Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back again, and we have another great show for you this evening. Welcome to the platform, my co-host, Ms.SNEAD, Jamie, and Podcast Lit. Boom. What's up? How's everybody doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Yo.
All right, so we are talking about mermaids today. We're going to take a little different, kind of set the tone a little different today, and we're going to talk about mermaids and do we feel like they really exist? So if you guys want to jump in the comments and share your opinions, we'd love to hear yours as well. Boom, I don't know if you want to start with the videos or.
Nah, because I ain't
No,
gonna.
let me go first, right quick. Okay.
Okay.
Because Boom, I know he finna take off. Wait. I think I've been reading this stuff all day and I'm getting confused with it. And then they say about the mermaids, it's a fairy tale because of the cartoon mermaid back in 1939. And they trying to make an imitation of it or whatever. But I was sitting here telling my husband, I said, I believe mermaids exist. He said, why you say that? I said, because I'm a Pisces and I'm a fish and I love mermaids. He said, that don't mean they exist. I said, but I really believe they exist, y'all, for some reason. I believe. But then when I was reading it again, they talking about that they evil. So I'm confused. They say they evil.
That from people as well. I heard, like, I was having a discussion one time with a young lady on Fanbase, and we were talking about mermaids, and she was saying something like, it's like they sing or something, and it draws you in, and once it draws you in, then you like they keep you, and you can't get away from them or something like that. I'm just like, oh wow, interesting.
Yeah, because I was reading up on him and I was watching it. I asked Sylvie about the mermaids, and they were showing the video how a man was fishing, and the thing pulled him in the water, and the other boy seen the hands, and it just disappeared. So I'm just like, is this stuff made up for real? Like, can this stuff be? I don't know, but I believe. Hey, you starting to see all kinds of stuff out here, so I won't put it past if mermaids are real. I think they probably somewhere far, far away or something. I don't know, overseas or something.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like it's far, far somewhere. I feel like there's at least one of something out there.
Shout out Marvin, free Marvin.
So, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I think. Do you guys think like they're out there, but then they just kind of wander up to land?
What you mean?
Hey, do y'all remember the movie Splash? Do y'all remember that movie?
Who? The movie who?
Splash.
Oh, wait, Will Smith?
So it was about a mermaid. She ended up washing up onto, the land or whatever, and her little fish body would go away once she was out of water. She ended up falling in love with this guy, whatever, and at night she would have to, run a tub of water and keep salt in it to bring her little fish body.
Oh, otherwise she would lose
all of that. You remember that movie? So you think it's possible.
I get it.
It probably is. Look, they ain't gonna make nothing that's not real out here. I pay attention to TV. I don't care what nobody say. Some of this stuff is non-fiction, whatever y'all want to call it, but how they gonna come up with something that they ain't never seen before? I don't care what y'all talking about. I believe the mermaids real. I believe they just somewhere over there somewhere. Because how they breathe like us, and they talking about humans can hold their breath underwater. So I don't know. I let somebody else talk. So what y'all saying?
I like to let everybody get their opinions out before I go saying what I got to say, because I'll be on some weird shit. So you know what I'm saying? I like to let everybody get their opinions out.
I mean, I agree with Miss.
Well, I'm done.
Out there, they got something out there. At least.
And who that down there at the bottom? You kind of got them covered up, Ms.Londa.
Is he covered up?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Yes, it got.
No, there we go.
It's so hard to misrepresent.
So yeah, Free Marvin Haynes, happy May Day. What's that today? I thought that was on the 5th.
No, that's Sunday.
He's saying it
It's Sunday.
It's next Sunday.
Okay.
He's saying it in
So
advance.
Anybody else got any opinions? Because what I'm about to say don't mean I'm right. I'm just about to talk.
You must have a lot to say, Boom.
Hell yeah.
I'm ready to hear it.
Right, that's why I hurried up and went. Me too. That's why I hurried up.
All right, so
I want to hear it.
I want to hear it. All right, so
come on, bro.
I'm Godfrey.
Turn your mic up some.
Turn my mic up some.
No, Darion.
Can you turn it up?
Trying to get this off the screen.
So I'm Godfrey, man, and there's a lot of books that was taken out the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's not in the Bible. It's like 14 of them or something like that, right? So one of them is called the Book of Enoch. So a lot of these books, when you go into these Peter, Paul's, John's, all these are just books of people who talk about their life and with God and how they whatever. Some of them, like with Peter, Paul, John, most of their books is like about how they walk with Jesus or whatever. But this is like a lot of books like Judas. He don't got a book, but we know he was with Jesus. We know he betrayed Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So in the sense, he can make a book even if he betrayed Jesus because he was with him. But they don't put the book in the Bible. So we know there are books that could be in the Bible that's not in there because there's not no book of Judith. I mean, there's not no book of Judith in the Bible, but there is a book of Judith. So the Book of Enoch is supposed to be the great grandfather of Noah. And so we know about Noah, right? We know about Noah and the reset of earth and the building the ark and God resetting the earth and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we go into the Book of Enoch, and the Book of Enoch is really where the fallen angels come from. We know about the fallen angels, right? Where they come down here, you get the Nephilims, you get the giants. They started mating with the people, whatever, you know what I'm saying? They also started eating the people, right? So when you say eating the people, remember when you was talking earlier, Londa, you said Ms.SNEAD, y'all was saying that you heard about them eating people and they being demons or being evil.
Right.
So what ends up happening is, from my understandings, somebody might check me on this, but from my understandings, God got mad, right? God wasn't fucking with it. Like y'all went down there, y'all did all this extra shit, y'all gave him all these rules, y'all gave him all this stuff they shouldn't have known about. And so he banned them into the water, right? So the mermaids is really supposed to be like part of that lifestyle. So basically, when you going out there, you sailing and stuff like that, and you hearing all these sounds in the ocean, and you hearing these people sing to you, and they're supposed to pull you in, and then once you get pulled in, you know what I'm saying, they're supposed to eat your ass or whatever. They supposed to do some weird shit, you know what I'm saying? So the mermaids in the Book of Enoch are called sirens, right? The reason they call sirens is because of the way that they sing to you. So when the way that they call you, so when you hear them, you hear it's like a siren, you know what I'm saying? So they call them sirens. And technically they're supposed to be like they're supposed to be the women. They're supposed to be the women of the what the troubled women or something, like the women who allowed the people to lay with them, the women who allowed the angels to lay with them. I guess they're supposed to be the women. But I also heard that they're supposed to be like they're supposed to be men who act as if they're women, and then once they get the sailors to pull up or the people to pull up so they can eat, then they turn right into a man and then eat them or whatever, you know. So that's where the demon part of it comes from. Now, yeah, it's a little fairy tale, and of course, when we making a cartoon, we making a movie, we gonna say this stuff ain't real, and we gonna say that this stuff is fairy tale. But like I said, sirens in the Bible are women fish, like God banned them or whatever. And Book of Enoch didn't make the Bible, so a lot of times we only going off of what the Bible says, so forget all that. But we all know that the Bible is man-made. But as far as these mermaids, they're like you said, there's people all over the world. Even Lil Boosie, a rapper, he swear up and down he's seen a mermaid somewhere in Hawaii, somewhere in Dubai. He swear up and down he see the mermaid. Like he swear up and down, like he's like, I swear to God, like I seen one. But there is videos of people showing, mermaids exist, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. But in actuality, they just supposed to be like, they supposed to be soul takers. They're supposed to take you, control your mind, they control the water. And the thing about it is that we haven't discovered no more than 10% of the ocean. So we haven't figured out what the hell is even going on out there. Because first off, if you go too deep, you crash. You send anything down there, you'll crash. So anything down there that's down there is meant to be down there because you send an item down there, it'll crash by pressure. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't discovered all the ocean. So we really don't know what's down in the ocean. We just see some weird shit down there though. You know what I'm saying? And this could be one of them. Now if we being godly with it, we know that God put all these spirits into the water, like into the center of the earth. And then when God comes back, he's supposed to just release all this shit like fuck it. Like, so he comes to his people and he's supposed to release all this shit. So when you start to see this, and then you start to see like the government doing these trials of bomb explosions in the middle of the ocean, you know what I'm saying? You start to think like, oh, this is just a training. But what if in actuality they already out here fighting? Now, I don't know nobody who be too deep out in the ocean to be like, yeah, they just really doing training. You know what I'm saying? To say that they really not fighting something crazy down there. There was a lake of fire in the Gulf of Mexico like last year. I'm not sure if it's still going, but they was calling it the lake of fire and all this other stuff. And basically the ocean was on fire, like the whole ocean. Now, we could call it on fire, or it could be like a teleporter. I mean, whatever you call it, a tunnel, however you say it. I don't know how to say it. It's one of them like opening for these motherfuckers to come out and shit, right? But they ain't gonna give us all the information or whatever. So like I said, there is some videos of the things that people have saw. I got some videos for you, Ms.Londa, that we're gonna pull up in a few here. But for the most part, yes, they're supposed to be like some type of demon. Yes, they were banned because they were fallen angels. And that is all out of the Book of Enoch, who was supposed to be Noah's grandfather and was part of the Bible before this happened before Christ. Like Enoch and Noah, all those people was before Christ even came. So it's like these things were supposed to happen before Christ. So it's a little weird, but sirens, I mean, like, I don't know, man. It's like if you believe in God, ain't no telling what the hell is being created out here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what he done created. So like I said,
you know what? The way you just broke it down is how I seen it too. You go from a woman to a man, and then it goes into a dark spirit when it turns into a man. And yeah, that's how I seen it too when I was reading up on it.
How you feel?
Now, you know what? See, now I'm gonna be in this water, going to the Bahamas. I ain't getting in that water. I keep telling them I ain't getting in that water. When I went to Miami, I ain't getting in the water. I'm just scared about the water.
Just stay close to shore. That's all you gotta do.
Y'all talking about mermaids now, you know. I really ain't going in the water in Bahamas because I don't know what's out there. And then y'all say they make a siren sound. Like, what do the siren sound supposed to hypnotize people or something?
So it's supposed to be like a beautiful sound. Yeah. Yep. It's supposed to be a beautiful sound. It's basically supposed to bring you in. Like, what the hell is that? And then when you get there,
it's like a hypnosis, but it sounds real pretty. So you're gonna want to follow the sound. And once it hypnotizes you. So once they get to you, it's like, yeah.
So what about you?
Have something you would like to add?
I think you're on mute.
He on mute.
Would you have something you would like to add, Sunrad?
It's Sunrod.
Oh, sorry.
It's Sunrod. But yeah, I would like to add something to that.
Oh, sorry, Sunrod.
He's actually right about the whole Book of Enoch. I mean, if you want to go there and find some type of information in regards to the mermaids, yes. But I can say they're not what they say they are, though. Actually, a mermaid is black.
As what?
I got something for you too, Leo. But go ahead.
Okay, wait a minute.
So far as saying they're evil, they're not evil. They're not evil. They've never been evil. I mean, if you can sit there and read the Bible, you got to understand where the Bible came from, who made the Bible, who created the Bible, for one. And then two, whenever they're talking about something, trying to demonize something, you should always believe that it's actually something evil.
You know, because when Boom said you believe in, I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off, but when Boom said that you believe in God, see, I was thinking like you thinking, because I'm a God believer, and I know he ain't going to put nothing out here to harm me. You know, I thought his spirits was good. Well, I know his spirits is good spirits. So, okay, go ahead, Sunrod.
I know it's cool. lot of people got used to that name, so it's cool. But naturally, bro, the mermaids is not even from this planet. They come from a whole different planet, bro. They
So you
come from
finna take me to
Sirius
the
X.
Anunnaki?
Yes, because you need to know the
Oh
Anunnaki. I'm
shit!
pretty sure a lot of people need to know who Anunnaki is. Anunnaki is us,
Here we go. Let's go, y'all. Let's hear it.
which
I
within the
like
star
Sun Ra.
concept, which in the,
Who is Sun Ra? Where did he come from?
That's my son.
That's your son? Oh man. Oh,
Yeah,
he
this
with
is
it.
the one that I told you them topics that you like to talk about. This the man right here. He'll go back and forth with you all night.
Okay. We finna have a good one then. Go ahead, my bad, brother. My bad. Keep going.
nah, I mean, it's not even really about going back and forth. It's just more of like, you know
No,
something,
I
I
ain't
know
mean like
something. We
that.
teach each other, man. That's all it's about. Yeah, I know.
I ain't mean going back and forth
But
like that. I mean like y'all will have a long discussion. That's what I meant.
yeah, a good debate.
Well,
But
I
yeah,
wish I
though,
get
what I
the
was
baby
saying
so I
was,
can hear about the mermaids.
yeah, I mean, for one, you got to understand where they come from. You know what I'm saying? And their race is called the Nomos. The Nomos come from the Sirius star system, which is where we all come from. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
At one
that's a
point
big
in
ass
time,
star too.
they were able to. No, it's not. A star is a galaxy, bro. Every galaxy have 999 planets within it. Don't believe in the
So you
word
saying
star. Everything you
hold
see
on.
in the sky is a galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was taught that every star was a solar system. You telling me it's a galaxy? Because you know the
No,
Milky Way is
Solar
a
system.
galaxy
It's
full of
another way of
stars.
saying a galaxy. Solar system and galaxy is basically the same thing.
It's like a solar system is basically a mini galaxy basically.
A solar system is okay.
A star with a whole bunch of planets around it.
No, I mean
Well,
it's
not a
not a
whole bunch. It
star.
could
A
be one or
star.
two.
No. Hold on. Let me see. It's let's say you got a universe, and then within the universe you have a galaxy. All right, and each one of those galaxies has a certain amount of planets within it. But in the universe, it's 999 planets. So you would say the Milky Way is a galaxy, but that is only a certain amount of planets within that section. So you would call it a galaxy. But overall, what the whole 999 planets is a universe. I don't know if I broke it down good enough. I don't know.
I mean, I get it. I get where you're going with it. You know, I'm also taught a different way, right? So you get the star. Okay, we got our star outside right now. You know what I'm saying? Big ass star in the sky. You got Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, whatever you want. You know, keep going. So that's supposedly supposed to be a whole galaxy. Then you got, solar system. Then you got other stars who got other planets around them, but then you got like a whole other galaxy like Andromeda. So you telling me that
Yeah.
there is no Milky Way, there is no Andromeda, that they're all one, and you are inside of one.
Yeah, you right. There is the Milky Way, and there is Andromeda. But it goes back to what I was saying. The universe, a universe is basically like a big old space, right? And then you will add the galaxies within that space, and each one of those spaces have a certain amount of planets, and you would have that certain amount of planets be considered a galaxy. So we would consider this
Okay.
galaxy the Milky Way, and then you have the Andromeda. They have a certain amount of those planets within that one. I don't know too many other ones, bro. I'm still learning just like you. But the two I do know about is the Milky Way and Andromeda.
Because they so close together, we supposed to we supposed to cross paths sometime or another. I don't know. We won't be alive, I'm guessing. I don't
Yeah.
know, but yeah. So I'm okay. So when you go into these Anunnaki people coming back, you want to go into the mermaids being a part of this, and I guess they always taught us that our powers was kind of like, I guess, voodoo bad, and we stopped doing it because we thought it was bad. But in actuality,
Yeah, because
we
they
supposed to
turned.
be. Go ahead.
Yeah, because we always use voodoo. We always use hoodoo. You know what I'm saying? That was basically, think of that as magic, right? When they talk about magic, bro, magic is not bad. Magic was like a science to us. You know what I'm saying? When we wanted to use it for good, we want to create stuff, we wanted to build stuff, we wanted to do anything with it. You know what I'm saying? Magic is just a person's intention. You know what I'm saying? And with that intention, it comes from within and it creates a power. So when you think about how they use it, it's because their intention, they're bad. You know what I'm saying? So it turns into something evil. When we used it, it was because we were always good. So it was a good magic. You know what I'm saying?
Because, like, I mean, like, magic ain't nothing but a car. You know what I'm saying? You put gas in the car, like, that shit wasn't just natural. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had to do some type of experiments and shit. And then when you go into the magic of it in back in the day, that's why they was burning witches, because we sitting here learning how to make shit happen. You're like, oh, you a fucking witch? Go hang her. Or go hang them. Like, you know what I'm saying? In actuality, we coming up with shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely get what you're saying, man. I definitely get it, man. I do got some videos, though, if y'all ready to watch this one. Well, I got... Okay, so before I show any videos of the mermaid, I wanted to show off this little bomb that they let off.
Back you talking about it was trying to open a portal?
I mean, I get if that's what you call it. Maybe you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, what is it? CERN?
No, we ain't going to CERN yet. We ain't going to CERN.
Yeah, but they was the ones that was trying to open the portals in the ocean, and that's why all the mermaids was mad at them. They was warned with their ass. That's what it was. That's what they not telling you.
And that's why them
think
evil
of the mermaids like us.
You said what, Ms.SNEAD?
That's where all the supposed to be evil sea monsters come from. That thing right there y'all talking about.
CERN?
That thing that's opening up.
Okay, so real quick, what you was about to say? Think of it like that, CERN. CERN, right?
I said think of mermaids like us, bro. Like how they treat us, right? You know what I'm saying? We are descendants of the Anunnaki, right? So we basically inhabit this planet. This is our planet, right? But how they came here and what they did to this planet. Think of how they did that to the people in the water, right? The Nomos. The Nomos is basically a civilization, a race. And within that race, you have the mermaids, the mermen, the dolphins. You have the Lyrans that you was just talking about. Those are all real. You know what I'm saying? But they are not evil. They mess with them. We always knew they were here. We treated them like neighbors. You know what I'm saying? They were like kin to us. We knew them at one point. But when we fell in frequency, basically frequency meaning we're not in tune with our pineal gland anymore to be able to see beyond the veil, we don't know that they exist anymore. And coming with all of this ways that they taught us, movies, and us forgetting where we come from. You know what I'm saying?
The mermaid movie itself. You see a mermaid now. Let a child see a mermaid, because when children are born, they automatically they pineal gland be open. But because we look at them like kids, we don't think that they know what they're talking about. And I know we heard a lot of people say like, "Oh, my kid seen a ghost or this, that, and the other." But then once you get older, you're like, "Boy, going somewhere with that or gone." And so if I take my child to the beach and my child see a mermaid, I'm like, you know what? No more Disney movies for you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That shit fake as hell. You're not gonna have my son thinking that mermaids is real, like, you know. And I think a lot of people feel like that, man. So I definitely understand that. Right. Like, so I definitely understand that, man.
That's just like before you put the video. That's just like sharks. We're not supposed to be scared of sharks, but they turn sharks over to making it seem like no, you're not. You're supposed to be able to combine with a shark. I know what I'm talking about. We as humans are not supposed to be scared of sharks. You're supposed to be able to be in the water with a shark, rubbing the shark, swimming with a shark. But they did something to these sharks to where they done switched over to another millennium. Now, do I know what I'm talking about, booming y'all, about these sharks?
I don't know. All I know is they got big teeth and they can eat your whole body in one swallow. So I'm going to stay clear.
Well, for the most part, man, they don't like humans all like that. It's only about if you bleeding or something. Like, especially women probably should stay away from the blood situation. If y'all have y'all time going on, y'all need to get the fuck up, stay out the ocean. Y'all got that shit going on with y'all, stay the fuck out the ocean. But for the most part, though, I do know what she's talking about, man. We definitely supposed to be able to be one with the sea. We come from water, like, you know what I'm saying? Right. From my understanding, it's like my great-great-grandmother was like my greatest grandfather was a fucking out the ocean, like, you know what I'm saying? Everything come out the water anyway, so that's what you want to go into. I know a little bit about that too, Ms.SNEAD. I don't want to go too far into that because I'm
like, let's stick with the mermaids. Go ahead and play your videos.
So this video right here that I got for you, This video right here I got for you, as y'all can see, U.S. Navy detonates huge 40,000-pound bomb in the sea, triggering earthquake 100 miles away. I think this is off the coast of Bermuda, off the coast of Florida, in the Bermuda Triangle, right? So the Bermuda Triangle is basically a place where any boat or plane go through it. It basically, they never come back. They're saying if you do come back, most of the pilots who do make it back, they let you know, like, their compass be all messed up. Once they get in this area, it ain't no such thing as north, south, east, or west. Like, they don't even know where to go. They just kind of get lost once they get in this area or whatever. So they claim that they was using this bomb. They blowing up this bomb for training purposes. And so us as people who don't know what the fuck they doing, gonna be like, oh yeah, they just training. But I just want y'all to see how big this bomb was before we even get to the mermaid part. I want y'all to see how big this bomb was. Now, I don't think this burnt, because I think that the mermaids that's been being seen is like in Kenya and, like y'all said, Australia over there.
That's what they said, Kenya. Yeah, they said Kenya.
But this right here, though, is just a bomb like right off the coast of Florida. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to play this real quick to let y'all just see how big this fucking bomb was that they training. Like, why are you, first off, y'all literally destroying the earth. But secondly, why y'all need a fucking bomb this big? What are y'all training for? Like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck is we about to do that y'all need a fucking bomb? 40,000 pounds. Like, what the fuck? So let me play this video for y'all. It's only 22 seconds. Now, what the fuck is that gonna do? Like, what the fuck is you doing this for? My question is, why?
Can I answer that, sir?
Go ahead.
I don't even see now. What y'all see?
I mean, you gotta understand, bro. Like what I was just saying, bro. They're not just warring with us. They're warring with everyone on this planet. You understand? You gotta understand, bro, what's been going on. Look at all the floods that's going on in the world right now. China is underwater right now. Not literally the whole China, but a lot of it is. A lot of the political areas. What's going on in California, all the fire that's going on. You know what I'm saying? The planet is fighting back. And then you also got to think about the nomos, the people I was just talking about, the mermaids, the mermaids, the dolphins. All of them. That's an actual race, bro. They're warring with them. So it goes back to what I was saying, bro, how you even said it. We were powerful people, the Anunnaki, right? Go back to the whole magic thing. That was our power. That was our source. That's where we come from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why they dropping bombs down there, bro, is because it's a war going on. They don't want you to see this stuff.
It's training.
You know what I'm saying? Blind us. That's not training. Ain't right, no training. Why would you use something lethal in the way of training?
That's what we.
You know what I'm saying? You got to understand their species. Their species is naturally a race of destroying stuff. You know what I'm saying? They like to war. That's what they do.
Well, here's the video.
That's all I had to say.
That people probably normally used to have seen plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? I know it's really popular right now. It's 2 minutes, but we ain't got to do the whole 2 minutes. We just about to show how really looking people who are, you know what I'm saying, around it. And if it's fake, I don't believe it's fake. I believe this looks pretty real to me, like, you know what I'm saying. But if it's fake, they did a pretty good
job. That looked like a ombre front lace wig on that person. I'm just saying.
That don't look real. They could have kept that one.
They could have kept it.
Mom, I said that. Remember, I was in the house. I was like, that looked like they staged that.
Look at the scales. Look at the shimmer on the body. Look at this.
So we call
it says that the angels went into the field.
Y'all believe this is staged?
She said the angels went into the what?
Over this being's body. And look at the fins. You can even see when they go down by the feet or by the bottom of the flipper that there's a space for this being to give birth. Like, you can see the spine. Those look like scales on the face, exactly how they described the mermaids to us. Look at this, y'all. They're touching it. There's flies all over it, and you can hear it grunting. But there's a purplish blue hue to the skin. The hair is colored exactly like they showed us mermaids were, and you can look and tell that that is not something that is fabricated. That being is dying because it's out of water. Y'all, mermaids were real.
So how y'all feel about that?
I mean, it's questionable to me. I mean, if it's fake, they did a good job on the body. But what throws me off is the wig. I mean, unless they got a beauty supply underwater, I don't know.
So you think
that looked like a wig?
They went and had some little kid lay on the ground, put a wig on him.
Yeah.
So how was the flippers moving on the bottom?
They made a whole body shape for Big Mama. I mean, come on, you don't think they can do it for a mermaid?
I mean, anything is possible.
I mean, y'all was seeing flippers move.
I seen the flippers
the only way
move.
we're gonna know if it's real is if we actually see it ourselves. And then on top of that,
that could be battery operated. That could be by remote. I
don't know. I don't.
Why I can't see what y'all see? What the hell's going on? I ain't see no flippers.
Yeah, on the side it was like little flippers. They was moving a little bit, like.
I ain't seen nothing but somebody standing there voguing.
The top part of the body, if you look at the top part of the body, it looks molded. At the top part of the body, it looks molded.
Let me see.
The legs, the bottom part look like.
But the question you gotta ask is, why did they find the body right there?
Right.
The question.
You know what I'm saying? What's going on to make that body? If she been in the water this whole time, why come up now and be dead?
Shout out Christopher, Amanda.
You know what I'm saying?
Amanda said that's her wig.
That was somebody with.
That's
they might got 800 views off of that one.
Hey, honestly, with this world that we live in, because I want to talk about CERN too before we get to CERN, man. I do want to talk about CERN, but before we get to CERN, man, I do think it's like what the fuck is going on in this world, bro? Like, to where at this point we don't know what the hell is real and what the hell is fake. Cool, preachers.
Hey, y'all want me? Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Since we into the spiritual world, right? Y'all believe in angels and all that. Okay, I do. I don't know if y'all do or don't. But I believe what's going on. We had a war fight. And like Son said, the earth come taking back over. Because how my house is pink and all the rest of the world is blue. And then across the street, you see an angel come out of a bowl, and then you see a 3-legged thing with what looked like they carrying something, and the angel was behind this beast. Now I seen this in the sky for myself. Now anybody can call 911, tell them I'm crazy, whatever, but I seen that, and I got proof of it. I have proof of it right now on my phone, with a beast in the sky walking with his master and the angel coming out of a bowl behind the beast in front of my house. Yes, I do.
Amanda says new world is coming.
Yeah, for real. Something coming.
But one thing I will say though, this is end game. End game meaning for this system. You know what I'm saying? But one thing you got to be aware of, when you pay attention to the skies, but when you pay attention to the skies right now, be aware of what you're looking at, because you got to understand they have a technology called CGI. You know, so they project something in the sky that ain't real. Everything you learned in the Bible, they want to make that look like it's actual prophecy.
Project Bluebeam.
You know what I'm saying? Yes.
I got a comment.
They want to make it look like it's actual prophecy.
Oh, okay. Well, y'all showing me something. Okay.
So the comment says the real question, the real question is whether it was real or fake is why. Why stage a fake mermaid sighting? Like, if they're not real, who cares? What was the point, and why did it go viral and spark so much discussion?
Because they want that 10, they want them hits for TikTok. TikTok pay you when you get so many hits. That's why they did it. They want them fans.
Yeah.
You know, TikTok paying people out here. That's why I gotta get on there after we get through so I can make me some more TikToks. I work for TikTok.
But why she had to be black though? Why she have to be black though? Because you gotta understand,
Right.
yes, she may be getting paid, but you're also awakening a bunch of black people. They don't want us to be awoken. So why would they put a black mermaid? She getting paid, no doubt. But it's also a backburn to them. Because you're gonna have people like me and him, like, nigga, hold on. Mermaid's black?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then we gonna be all be in the street.
Thank
like,
you, Amanda.
You know what I'm saying?
I know I ain't crazy.
She said, Amanda said rapture is coming and it's for distraction.
And she said she believed me. I believe. Thank you, Amanda. Because I ain't crazy now. But y'all keep saying they doing all this other stuff out here. I don't know.
So this one got to be fake then too, huh?
No, if it's the one, that one looked real. That one looked real.
I want to see y'all pull up a real one when the body look pale and they post it.
Oh, it's loading.
This the one right here, Ms.SNEAD.
There we go.
Now this one actually looks real.
I can't see the video.
I don't know.
Now, did you see that?
Man, that gotta be real, bro.
You think that's real?
Did y'all see that? Now, that's what I'm talking about. You see how he was black? He's like his eyes or something.
But I'm lost. Why was it barking?
That was a dog barking.
It's in the water.
Yeah, but y'all didn't hear a special call. I thought I heard him.
Well, I think that was a dog. I think it was the person that was recording it. It's animal.
He probably was holding the dog in the background. Had a dog.
I heard the dog, but you also heard the like it was something in the sky.
Right, you heard something go. I heard that. Yeah, I heard that sound.
So Ms.Londa, remember when I was talking to you about the Mandela Effect?
I'm old. I'm older person on the planet. You gotta.
Okay, so Sunrod, you guys, Ms.SNEAD, Miss Jamie, Sunrad, you hooked to the Mandela Effect?
Mandela snakes, nah.
No, Mandela Effect.
Mandela Effect.
What is that?
No,
the Mandela Effect.
I probably learned about it. I forgot.
Okay, so Mandela Effect is basically something that we all can agree on happened, but there's no proof that it really happened. So kind of like the movie Shazam. Remember when it was going around, they were saying Shazam, Sinbad did the movies, the genie movie Shazam, and all the people, everybody was like, I seen that movie. But there is nowhere for you to find the movie. Right. You can't find the movie. So that's the Mandela Effect. It's like basically everybody's saying that this happened, but there's no proof to it. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. They make I want to go swim like old movies, like a movie had a different name back then, but then you will see it now and they have a different name.
And we all remember it to have the name from back then, and they like, no, that's not it. It's just been this the whole time. And we both like, no, man, that's not true, bro. I know it was this. I know this happened. So when you go into CERN, right? You get the particle accelerator. Now, Mr. Sunrad, you're going to have to enlighten me on the water part of it, all right? Because I'm not hip to the water part. I'm only hip to the particle accelerator. I'm hip to them trying to play with the light, and I'm hip to them trying to do either the black holes or the teleportation. That's what I'm hip to. I ain't hip to the water yet. But with the CERN situation, basically they got the particle accelerator. They're supposed to be trying to open these portals. And they claim that they opened the portal. Now this it's CERN, CERN. You can Google it. Anybody can look it up and go into it and check it out. They claim these niggas figured this shit out back in 2012, right? And I guess the Earth supposedly got shifted into another dimension, and this is why we're seeing so much weird shit happen. This is why we're forgetting about the old shit that happened in the past, and this is why we seeing so much weird, like we're not remembering, we're not understanding. Is because they shifted us into a whole different dimension, fucking with this particle accelerator. Now, the particle accelerator is real. This is not no fabricated shit, but the dimension shifting that could possibly be fake, fabricated. But we know that you guys are trying to play with light. We know that y'all trying to bend light. We know that y'all trying to control light. We know that y'all trying to control particles. We know that y'all trying to open teleportation. So if y'all did, I don't think y'all gonna tell us anyways, you know what I'm saying? But in actuality, if that's the case, and y'all shit is in a different dimension and we start seeing all these weird shits, angels, demons, mermaids, and whatever the fuck else going on, and that's where we get the Mandela effect from. But I just want, how do y'all feel about that? Like as far as them playing with teleporters and black holes and stuff like that, trying to actually reenact these things.
Y'all about to make me cancel my cruise. That's how I feel about it. I want my money back. I'm not finna play on this lake of water with this big stupid ship, and y'all talking about the particle, the mermaids, and all. I'm not getting on that ship. Y'all just fucked up for me. I don't even want to go no more.
Why would you be afraid if like I said before though, mermaids is like neighbors to you. Even though you can't remember them, they remember you.
You said mermaids.
Why you think they don't want us to go towards the sea? They were like neighbors. They were interterrestrial beings that we allowed to be on this planet at one point in time. Only reason why we don't remember them is because, like he was just talking about dimensions, but dimensions is only the way the mind thinks, right? So when you're thinking about the system, this is a 3D dimension. Right now, what's going on with the planet is that it's a certain energy on this planet that we sent that series, because we come from the Series X, right? Our neighbor, or I mean not neighbors, but our brothers and sisters, our ancestors, should we call them? They came here and they started pushing their energy onto this planet for us to remember now everything. It was like a force that they had to do because it was taking so long. Right? So right now we're getting our mind back to the 5D way of thinking. 5D meaning our pineal gland is open. Pineal meaning we're able to see everything. There ain't no deception. There ain't nothing behind the veil that we can't understand. You know what I'm saying?
That's the
so
same
when
thing
you talking about CERN, bro, you gotta understand, bro. You can't give them what they're looking for. You said they're saying that they're the ones that they open dimensions, bro. We've been playing with dimensions for a long time. You gotta understand that they're playing catch up. That's what they've been doing on this planet the whole time. They've been tampering with stuff that we already knew about, that we already were doing. Why do you think they made us forget about it? So they can have the opportunity to mess with it.
So they can control it.
CERN was just created, bro. They ain't been doing this.
Yeah, it was like 2009, 2010, 2008, somewhere back there in Switzerland. Like they just started. I know they put it in a movie.
They've been on this planet for 500 years.
I know they put it. Fantastic Four, the second Fantastic Four too. The second one, it wasn't even the same as the first one. They didn't even have all the same characters. They had the fire dude, the stretch dude, the rock dude, you know what I'm saying, all that, but they didn't have the people playing the same characters that they had in the first one. And the second one, the way that they got their powers is because they was messing with the particle accelerator, and that bitch shifted them to another dimension, and then they came back with all these powers, the fire, the stretch, the water, whatever the fuck they had from the Fantastic Four. And again, it's a movie, but the only reason why I be believing these movies, the only reason why I believe these movies tell us the truth is because of the cartoon, the Jetsons. So when you look at the cartoon, the Jetsons, we was walking to the TV, turning the knobs on the TV. But when you watch the cartoon, the Jetsons, they already flying cars. They already got flat screen TVs, walking robots. They living in space. They doing all this shit that's gonna tell us it's a cartoon and it gonna never happen. Because if I talk to my grandma who passed, but she about 95 years old at this point, if I was telling her that we was gonna have TVs when she was like 50, she would tell me to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sound crazy. You know what I'm saying? If I told her we're gonna have flat screen TVs or self-driving cars, she's gonna be like, what? Boy, if you don't go with that stupid stuff, you don't want to sit there. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't even want me to even start trying to build a fucking video game, an Xbox X. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she like, so I'm sure that whatever they're giving us in these movies is real because they started off in the cartoons. Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
agree with you though, because have you watched The Simpsons?
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of stuff that's happened in The Simpsons, like when I was watching when I was younger, has happened already now. And that's crazy because I was in what, the early 90s, early 2000s.
And look,
and
we in
so I agree with you on that.
We in the bubble now.
Huh?
We in the bubble now.
Yeah.
You talking about the firmament?
The bubble when they put the bubble, shit. The bubble that they put over the Simpsons when they couldn't move and go nowhere. Look at us now. Can we move and go anywhere? They controlling us. We can't do nothing. And I say that with the COVID thing. I hear you, Jamie. I pay attention to the Simpsons.
Yeah, the Simpsons.
The bubble.
Like, I don't know. Like,
the bubble
because that's happening in the Simpsons has actually happened already. Like with the Donald Trump situation as president and all that other extraness. Like, how did that? You know what I mean? How did they predict that way back when? And now, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
One thing you gotta understand. But one thing you gotta understand, bro, when it comes to all of that, you gotta understand the arrogance of their race. You know what I'm saying? They're arrogant. They have to present themselves as known, right? Think about it. All these years, they didn't want us to know nothing else, but they had put something in The Simpsons and have it there for you to see that. That's arrogance, right? When you're talking about a physical thing, when you're talking about something that's with control within their systems, for instance, you said that Donald Trump is with the president thing, right? The president is something that they have, right? So they can easily put that in a cartoon and show you that they can have to show you the next president. That's easy.
True.
So that's just, you just got to decipher what information pertains to you. You know what I'm saying? If it's something man-made, their system, then of course they can have that. That's what they created. But they can never go into depth about who we truly are. They can never represent that. They can never put it out there on a physical. Because they're still in the process of trying to understand us. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you do research, never take it to the point where it don't relate to you. Everything that you're researching now and everything that you're finding out now, it relates to you. You just got to accept it and understand it and do a little bit more of a thought process on it. Take it in. You know what I'm saying? Probably find other ways to figure that specific thing. I think I know a little bit of what I know. And I add a little bit of things that I learned over the years. Some stuff I found out back then, and I think of something now, and I find out something now. I'm like, dang, that made sense. That's why that. But it's for a reason.
Definitely.
I would say the human trafficking part of it, to the trying to understand the melanated people and why all these people were coming up missing, and it's mainly colored folks or whatever, man. It's most likely more into that experimentation. You know what I'm saying? Just so they can understand more. Like, so if I take a black prostitute or a black crackhead, or, you know what I'm saying, if I take them off the streets, ain't nobody gonna miss them anyways, and I can experiment and do whatever I want with them anyways. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he said, I don't think that they understand us fully. So first you put a veil, like what you said with the veil. So a lot of people think that, and I'm a victim. I used to think this as well. Apocalypse meant the end. You know what I'm saying? It was over. Everything was over. But come to find out, the apocalypse just means the unveiling of the truth. You know what I'm saying? So now all the truth is going to come out. So when we're talking about the apocalypse, now you start, like you said, your eyes starting to open. You're starting to see all this shit. And once you see all this shit, the reason it's going to be apocalypse is because we done with what y'all talking about. We finna flip this bitch. We finna do it how we going to do it. So a lot of people are like, oh, it's going to be the end of the world. No, it's not going to be the end of the world. You either going to be woke or you're going to be left behind, because once you start seeing it and actually seeing it in your face, it's going to be on you to how you say it, interact or be a part of that, or just get left behind, man, because you actually about to see all the real stuff that's going on in this world, man. Really, like, it's all about to come to the light.
You gonna read the comments? Her comments.
So Amanda says you're welcome. She was talking to you, Ms.SNEAD. She also says she'll sell fish too. This one is not showing my. She said, "Oh, okay." Stacy says that looked like a seal, and then Amanda says, "Motherfucker look anorexic." Stacy says she still doesn't believe in mermaids. Amanda says aliens are here. Proof was destroyed. It has opened 5 dimensions. I'm an angel. We have to get out of the religion way of thinking and get into spiritual way of thinking. We on the lowest dimension. Um, she also says people are going to be coming back for missing planes that went missing years ago. I've seen different sightings in stories about it. We are blind. Will not. I think she's trying to say will not be her. COVID is not real. I repeat. We hold the key to a lot of cures for diseases. Our hearts go for Google. How much our brains and organs go for? The world never ends.
And I believe the world never ends. It just go on and on and on.
Yeah,
Like they
that
came
whole
out with the
apocalypse,
C virus.
the C virus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
I'm
thought that
gonna
was
say
the
that. You
animal
know we can
virus.
say that.
I thought the C virus. I thought the C virus was the animal virus at first, like parvo.
You talking about the jab, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, the actual well, the actual C virus. Well, the actual Z virus itself. Like I thought that was like it come from animals, like dogs and cats, like parvo, like the parvo disease. Like you ain't gonna hear no human say I got parvo, but you gonna hear, a dog catching parvo. My dog died from parvo. My cat died from, what I'm saying, type stuff. So I think those animal viruses they claim it crossed over. Now, of course, that's their claims. We don't really know what the hell the C virus is. It's man made, but that I thought it came from the animals though. That's why it's on the Lysol can and shit.
Possibly.
And it's
But
supposed to come.
what I read about, bro. That the jab. I gotta say that I'm so mad. It came, but what's inside of it basically is nanotech. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
It was
shit.
actually created for. It was actually created for us. It was created to battle our spirituality, battle our soul, right? So after one of us pass, we go through a process of transcending, right? So if you take that, it stops that process.
Oh shit.
That's how life goes on.
So
That's why we were always a problem, because we possess a soul. When you have a soul, you can go to another, you know what I'm saying? But they can't. They don't have a soul. They just have spirit.
because if we talking about the genetic
You know what I'm
experimentation,
saying? And then in these end times, it's very detrimental that they try to stop that process. So they fooled you and made it seem like you sick and all this, that, and the third, but the whole thing was because of that, bro.
to stop it. I heard about
Okay,
that,
so
man.
The rabbit
Amanda,
hole get deep.
The guys lose about the money. We still talking. Go ahead, Ms.Londa.
so she says I just don't understand why people can't see what I see. They using Kobe the jab. Come on down to the library and get this $100. You just have to get the jab. What's really in the jab? Because I could have swore a virus has to work its course.
Well, I did hear about the controlling of the soul, man. I heard about like how they putting all the stuff in the air. When we talk about the planes letting all these gases out and weather controlling and all that stuff that they put in the air through the planes. It was a dude who said something weird, like, and I mean, it's believable. I don't know how true it is, but it's definitely believable, man. He said that basically that stuff that they put in the sky blocks your soul. It doesn't let your soul leave this planet. Um, it's basically like a energy harvest. And so when we think about energy harvesting, we'll go and say, well, come on, man, you're doing too much. But then when we look at our phones, you know what I'm saying? My phone it's not connected to nothing, but it got all this energy in
Harness
here.
your energy.
So I mean, we
Yep.
can't say they can't harvest
That's what
energy.
it's for. All right. Whatever you give your attention
So
to, it's harvesting your energy.
So
Said
isn't
He
that
people
was
the
out
always
here
connected with
biting
nature,
people.
about
bro.
mermaids, though?
Say it again, Ms.Londa, I didn't hear you.
Isn't that the thing they were saying about mermaids, though?
In regards to
When like them hypnosing you.
I mean, you can say that,
so are you saying all the attention that everybody giving it?
or just the fact that
No, when y'all talking about
when it bring you in.
didn't y'all just say something like about things, whatever in the sky is taking your energy or something like that? Isn't that what y'all just said?
Okay, so when you look up in the sky
Yeah.
and you see those planes and they releasing off that little stuff, and you ever seen a plane that's releasing this, letting all these chemical shits in the air?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I ain't
Okay,
never seen it
It's talking about the
myself, but
chemtrails.
You ever seen the
Chemtrails.
chemtrails? So a lot of times you say those chemtrails is like to start weather and all that other stuff, or they might say it's releasing whatever the fuck they releasing to make the hoods and communities go crazy. It's all kinds of conspiracies to why they doing the chemtrails, but the reason they say it's for is like I guess to start to make it rain or some shit. I don't fucking know what the real reason is for, but the guy said basically it's to block souls. I don't know how true that is either, but that's what I was speaking on as far as so when you're speaking on the mermaids, I'm thinking that you're talking about the mermaids trying to harvest our soul, but I don't think the mermaids is trying to harvest our soul as much as they're trying to eat us. But I'm going into God with the mermaids, you know what I'm saying? Because we're talking about sirens. So God called them sirens. I'm gonna go with sirens. We call them mermaids because we want to make a movie, you know what I'm saying? Or we want to make a TV show called The Little Mermaid, but in
Yeah, that's true.
actuality,
They name probably not even really mermaids, bro. You right.
so what do
so
y'all
the
think they?
rabbit hole
So
gets
y'all
deep.
saying they're horns?
Hmm?
Y'all saying they're horns, basically?
The
Right.
mermaids?
Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're horns. I'm saying that they. What bro said. So what bro is saying is like we been here. We been cool with them. They kind of like family. The Book of Enoch is saying. What the Book of Enoch is saying is that they was part of the Nephilim. So are you guys familiar with Nephilim? You guys familiar with Nephilim?
Yeah.
Well, I know he is. So Nephilim, and it's not a knock on nobody's mental, man. This is all just going down the rabbit hole. You learn shit like this going down rabbit holes. But also, if you into the Bible, you will learn it too. But Nephilim is just basically the giants, like that. When God sent the fallen angels, the angels had sex with the people. The babies that came out was fucking giants, and so we called them Nephilims. But what the Nephilims end up doing is they end up killing everything. Like they were so crazy, like they were so big and so strong and so powerful. Like you just weak to me. Like so they just end up killing everything, like fucking everything up. And God supposedly banished them into the waters, and this is where you get your mermaids or your sirens, because the women had to go too. So this is basically where that information comes from. So that's how Nephilim work. Like you go check out Nephilim, that's the giant. That's where you get your David and Goliath. But one thing about the David and Goliath story, I ain't even trying to go too far, but I did find out that David was about 6'7". Not David, excuse me. Goliath was about 6'7", 6'6", right? And David was about 5'5", maybe 4'11". Now back then, a lot of little people, we call them, the M word, but a lot of little people didn't grow past like 4 or 5 feet tall. You know what I'm saying? So you get somebody that's 6, 7, 8 feet tall. Even me, like even today, like I walk up on somebody, they be like, bro, you big as hell, like you a giant, like you know what I'm saying? But I think that's where that whole information came from, anyways. But in actuality, these people were supposed to be big ass giants. They tore up the earth because the angels had sex with the women. They birthed these giants. The giants went crazy. They just tore up every fucking thing. God flooded the earth with Noah, put these dudes in the water, and eventually supposed to release them once everybody come back. I don't know how that story ends, but that's a whole nother story though. But regardless, yes,
Yes.
it's all fucking weird. That's what I will say. I don't know what to believe.
Me either.
I'm trying to see.
Okay.
I don't know what to believe,
Are you
y'all.
guys able to hear Amanda?
Is she talking?
Are you
No.
guys able to hear her?
Is she talking?
No,
Can
we're
you
not
say
able to hear.
something? Did you guys hear that?
No,
They're not
you
able to
probably
hear you.
only can hear.
They're not able to hear you. Sorry. No, they can't hear you. It's not working.
But yeah, man, it's definitely scary, man, when you actually have to sit back and like bro said, the rabbit hole is so goddamn deep, dog, that you will go down the rabbit hole looking for why they started Tesla cars and end up on some whole other shit. Like, and even with the cars, like, man, these niggas talking about going to Mars, man. Like, so, man, I don't know, man. Like, why y'all leaving us? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why are y'all leaving us?
Hey, bro, they can't believe
Who's leaving who?
You gotta pee, boy.
They can't leave.
Who leaving who?
That's a front, bro. They not leaving no Mars, bro.
You don't think they're going?
No.
So what you think this is?
Why would they
power
go
move?
there and they see us there?
Ooh. So
See,
we
when
there?
I say this type of stuff, bro, when I say this type of stuff, people don't believe me though.
No, enlighten me though, bro. What you mean we there?
Bro, we are everywhere and everything is us.
Oh God, that's different. That's different. That's very different. But like, so Ms.Londa, and now listen, bro, I'm unbiased, so trust me, I'm gonna research this stuff. So you know what I'm saying? Me and you gonna definitely talk in the near future here, bro, because I'm gonna research it, man. I'm definitely unbiased. But Ms.Londa, so basically in 2024, I think or 2023, I'm sure it's 2024 though. Elon Musk is supposed to be sending people to Mars. Now I think it's like a 10-year trip. So if you go, you're gonna be there for 10 years, and or however that shit works. But basically they going to Mars. So it's like, why?
So who's all going?
Whoever got $1 million
It's
for the
rich
ticket, I
and
guess.
elite.
The elite.
The rich and elite.
I'm not going. I don't want to go.
They won't let you
Why
go.
would you want to?
You ain't allowed
Why
to
would
go.
you want
You
to be
black.
somewhere
But
for
you
that
gotta,
long?
but you gotta understand, bro. They're running. They're not running to paradise, bro. They're running.
From the sun.
Yes. The place is not unsafe for us. Do you understand? Y'all gotta
We
understand
good.
that, bro. It's not
We
unsafe
good.
for us here. They're not safe. But they
Get
so
to them
arrogant,
hot.
they'll never tell you that.
So you saying it's
I know
safe for
y'all
us,
see
but it's
the
not safe
solar
for
eclipse
them?
right now.
That just happened yesterday, right? It was like a
Yes, the
partial
solar
one.
eclipse just started yesterday. Yes.
Can you answer my question? Y'all said we safe here, but they not safe here.
No, we safe because of our skin color. We can handle the sun. The sun don't bother us. But they get in that sun, they turn flaky. You know what I'm saying? They get all dry. They get these burns. They got to use all these
So what
creams.
going up to Mars got to do? Well, we know it's another planet in Mars. So what that's gonna do for them?
Because the Earth is closer to the sun than Mars is. So if we can get to Mars, it ain't gonna affect us as much as it's affecting us on Earth.
So now they can live on Mars now.
Who knows what they can do? I don't know nobody who can go to Mars. They do. I don't know.
The surface of Mars not even livable.
That's
So
what I
how
heard.
would they survive though? How would they survive?
So they're supposed to be terraforming the
What they're
planet,
trying,
right?
yeah, terraforming basically. What is that?
So they're supposed to terraform the planet. So they're supposed to make it create its own. They're trying to make it. They're trying to give it an atmosphere, right? And I guess once they get
They're gonna
there,
live in domes.
they're gonna live in domes. Oh God.
So what about food? All that personal hygiene, all that.
Well, first off, come on, man. Who taught them how to wash their ass, Ms.Londa?
Come on, I was just for to say that. Like, they don't care.
What?
Who taught them how to wash their ass?
You said who taught them how to wash their ass?
We did.
We did.
Taught them how to
Okay,
wash
but
their
that
ass.
still don't answer the question. Don't you need what you need to wash it?
So what
Wash
I'm
your
saying
ass
is,
though?
so what I'm telling you is, you're talking about hygiene like we give a fuck.
I'm just asking, how are they going to survive up there for 10
not
years?
me.
That's all I'm
No,
asking. I
no,
mean,
I'm
if I had to go up there for 10 years, I want to know that I got enough body wash and toothpaste for 10
Wow, was
years.
that the
Look,
only
Ms.
thing
Londa,
you worried about?
but
And
Ms. Londa,
eating, yeah, what? Yeah.
so I'm not speaking. So when I say, if y'all taught me how to wash my ass, then why the fuck would I care? I'm not speaking to you from Boomer. I'm speaking to you from them. So what I'm telling you is, if I'm them and you asking me about washing my ass, sister, you had to teach me how to wash my ass. I never really cared about washing my ass.
Y'all missed the question. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If I'm putting myself in
so they don't
shoes.
care. But so what I'm
If
saying
I
is,
had to go up there for 10 years, I want to make sure I got everything that I got down here.
But that's because we as black people are like that. That's what I'm saying. That's what we do. So when we're talking about them, that's the last thing they worried about is washing their ass, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Amanda says that's why we come up missing, and then she said y'all finna be stanking and floating.
So I got a theory right quick before we get up out of here. I got one theory, man. So Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, right? Whatever other planets they got out there, right? So Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. Venus is the next closest planet to the sun. Earth, which actually, if you guys Google Earth, nobody can fucking find out. Nobody knows who named the planet Earth. Now, all these other planets is named after these Greek Egyptian gods and all this other shit. But nobody knows who named the planet Earth. Nobody knows. You can't even Google and find out who named it, like, right? So
the original name of planet Earth is called Planet Kai. Tiamat.
Where'd that come from?
The name Planet Earth came from their planet where they came from. It's called Planet Nern. It was another name that they called their planet Earth.
See, now I need to get deeper into that.
So when they came here, they renamed the planet. The word Kai comes from Anunnaki. Anciently, we used to call her Tiamat. Mother Nature is called Gaia.
So they just changed up every goddamn thing. But so where I was going with this is, okay, so Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. Venus is the next closest planet. Earth is the third rock from the star. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, the sun's supposed to be expanding, getting bigger, which means it's going to get closer to all the other planets. So, of course, Mercury done burnt out. Venus is hot as hell. They claim that they found like some type of life or know about some type of life form, but that shit getting hot as hell, so it's about to burn out. And now the Earth is next up, which is why they moving to Mars. That's my theory. This motherfucker about to burn up, and they trying to get the hell up out of here.
It's going to eventually reach 1,000 degrees.
And we spiritually supposed to be able to handle that.
Yes. But that's why the process is for us to remember. And once we remember all was like enemy who know, once we know who enemy is, that's when we start focusing on the spiritual of us. That's when when we know, that's when we develop. We come from 3D to 5D. Once you at 5D, you can withstand anything. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, our bodies was able to absorb that amount of heat. So I'm gonna be real, bro. If it is turned 1,000 degrees right now, I probably won't survive it. But it's a certain amount of temperature we survive right now. But anciently, we came from surviving 1,000 degrees, and that's what the process is right now. It's gonna eventually reach 1,000 degrees, and they know that. It's just not when, not right now, but a matter of when. I meant to say.
Ms.Londa, you did a great job as a parent, though. I'll tell you that.
Why you say that?
Because, man, you know, man, a lot of dudes, man, they don't give a damn about, you know what I'm saying, thinking. And so, you know what I'm saying, that's good that you got a son that, you know what I'm saying, uses his brain, man. So I definitely respect bro on that level, man, for sure, man. Because a lot of us out here don't think at all. Like, we don't want to hear that shit. Even if we don't got no proof to it, like just to even be into it. And try and figure something out, or just to give yourself that enlightenment or the understanding, like, man, niggas don't be into that, man. So I definitely respect you for, you know what I'm saying, loving your son and having a son.
I'm one of them niggas.
But hey, you pushed out something, even if you ain't, you pushed out something that is, so you kind of still put something into this world to help with the situation. Because even if you're not gonna help, you gave us something to help. Because I can learn from your son, even if I can't learn from you. But it's still because of you. You feel me? So shout out to you for having your son.
Thank you. So I got a few more comments from Amanda. She says, I don't know how much y'all believe in what the moon and how everything was aligned when you were born, but Earth is the closest has ever been. I sent 2,000 years ago. Anybody that has Earth sign is their moon are going to be affected. If your sunshine is, you guys will be affected by the moon. Some manifest here. Did you guys understand what she was saying on that last part?
I think she was saying that the Earth is. Go ahead, bro.
I'm trying to understand what she's saying because I did hear somehow they said the moon was a part of the Earth at one point, but then after that it split up. It split apart from the Earth or something. But then I also heard that the moon is just a projection of, because from planet Nern, bro, is the place that they were created, right? But on that planet, should I say, it had two moons. You know what I'm saying? And the atmosphere was real cold. It was like cold everywhere, like ice everywhere and all that type of stuff. But for them to survive here, they opened a portal and they project their moon to come to this planet. For them, trust me, bro. As I be learning this stuff, bro, I be still having to figure
break it down,
out,
comprehend it. Yeah.
You know.
I say this. So I've been a space head. I'm a space head. So when we talk about space, I can tell you about space and what they told me, but I can also tell you that nigga, some people told me that the Earth is flat. Some people told me we're in the dome. So then that's when I'm like, I don't even know what to believe, right? So when I go into the moon, like you said, the moon and the Earth definitely was one at one point in time. So supposedly what happened is the moon crashed into the Earth, right? And then when it crashed into the Earth, it broke off into some pieces and went out there, and it ended up catching on to the gravitational pull of the Earth. So what ended up happening is the Earth used to so if you go back into the history of the Earth, it used to only be 6 hours in a day. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was spinning like a motherfucker. So it was 6 hours in a day, like, you know what I'm saying? So once the moon came and smacked it, it kind of like branched off. But then when it caught on to the Earth's gravitational pull of it spinning over here, it like kind of started slowing it down. And so the moon is like tidal locked to the Earth, right? Which means you can't see the other side, which means the moon doesn't rotate. It rotates around. It's like this. It rotates around the sun. But for sure, you're going to see this Pepsi sign. So you always going to see this Pepsi sign. But with the sun, it's rotating. So it's moving. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see. So the moon, you only just going to see one side around the Earth. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all you're going to see is just one side. With the sun, with the Earth, it's just rotating around the sun. So it's actually spinning. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's moving. So it's spinning and it's moving. Where the moon is just like boom, boom, boom. So it's basically slowing the Earth down to where the waves are controllable. If the moon wasn't here, the waves would be out of control. It'd always be earthquakes and tornadoes and all this other weird shit without the moon. So it's actually tidally locked to the Earth, and it just keeps it controlled. But as far as it getting closer, that's a possibility, because when we're talking about gravitational pulls, we're talking about things pulling it closer to it. That's what happens when you in the Earth. Like, you get things like that get pulled. That's why you get the asteroids. When the asteroids come, even though they're moving, once they get into Earth's orbit, the Earth is gonna pull it in, because that's what it does. That's why we stuck to the ground. You know what I'm saying? We can't fly because of the gravitational pull. And I heard gravity ain't real, so don't get me going into all that, anyways. But yes, I kind of know.
That's why I wish. That's why I wish I did join y'all. What's the name when you was talking about flat Earth? Because, bro, I just uncovered so much about flat Earth, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I uncovered so much, bro.
So she says, you can't believe everything is based off of a hypothesis. You have to find your information by yourself. This is our time to find our purpose. Separate from bullshit, and not be a follower. Open your portal, your third eye, and be aware. Hey, Moon. Now she be using her mic So I don't know if this is accurate, but it says, "Hey, Moon got smacked on the ass, smacked on the ass." I right now, and this is one of the strongest moves, is going to be going on for the next 7 years. Anybody that is has Earth in their first three replacements, y'all going to be affected. Start manifesting. We're going into a black moon abilities will be enhanced in
I heard
and then
that.
she says, but just a little tip, we are supposed to be walking this earth. Finding that purpose is so we don't have to come back
Reincarnated.
reincarnated again, because we're being reincarnated back to the third dimension because
Yeah.
Dimension. They
because
say
we're
the fifth dimension.
it's too long, and she's using her thing. I don't want to figure it out. I'm sorry.
But
I
I
can't keep reading.
understand what she's saying, though. I understand what she's saying. That is truth. That goes back to what I was talking to y'all about earlier when I say the energy that's being projected onto this planet from our ancestors. Right now, we're in a cycle where they're pushing this type of energy on the planet for us to come into to understand what's been going on and who we are. She's right about the abilities, bro. Once we get to a state of 5-dimensional, we're gonna go back to that flying and I'm telling you,
I
being
was just about
born
to
on
say
Earth.
fourth
If you're
dimension.
Earth sign, you gonna know how to do all of that with the Earth. If you're a fire sign, you know how to do all this and that. But sometimes you know how to intertwine. You can know how to master this. You know how that stuff is real, bro. It ain't
Because
just
they
no
said fourth
cartoon. It ain't
dimension.
none of that.
They said fourth dimension is like Superman and all that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? The fourth dimension is supposed to be the Superman and all the other superheroes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be where they got that from, is like the fourth dimension. Like we third dimension, we 3D, we stuck on the ground because we ain't open yet. But once we get there, like bro said, fifth dimension, whatever your sign is, whatever your power, you're supposed to be able to use that. But again, the veil that has been put over us when we take this human form, it's like to make you forget where you come from, just because those people, I'm not going to say a color, but I'm hoping you guys understand what color I'm talking about. Those people are supposedly genetic experiments when you go into the Anunnaki, and you see what I'm saying? So these are the people, once they get some type of understanding of what we've been doing, and then they actually, and because we come with love, you know what I'm saying? We always been loving people. Like we don't war. We don't make guns and shit like that until now. We don't war. We might defend ourselves a little bit, but for the most part, we love. And then when you make these characters and you see them, we show them love. That's why I said, Ms.Londa, like when I talk about teaching people how to wash their ass, like these people that was a genetic experiment used to sleep in the kitchen with the cow that they just cut the head off of. So the cow is in the corner of the kitchen. They eating the cow and then leaving the nasty shit. Yeah. And so listen, let me just give you something real quick, but I ain't gonna go too deep into it. AD, after death, 526. Bubonic plague killed like 63 million people, right? Guess how they stopped the disease?
By
Washing their
using the
hands.
Washing their hands.
That was it. The rats brung it. The rats brung it through the ships and shit like that. The rats came about, they carried these little diseases and shit like that. Nobody could figure out what the fuck was going on. 63 million people died. Somebody finally said, wash your hands. That's it. Wash your fucking hands.
And are you saying that person was a black person?
Had to be 63 million of their people, not ours.
We already been in the water. See, you got to remember, flat Earth comes from. See, when you talking about us, we fearless. We here. This is us. So we gonna go into the water. We gonna do this, that, and the other. Now we ain't gonna be really messing with none of these snakes and stuff like that. But some of them do. They can even turn into snakes with their little magic. You know what I'm saying? But we was already out here in this world exploring, right? The flat Earth theory comes from, and this is facts. They used to make people leave, like Europe up there in them high countries. Your banishment was to go sailing on this cheap ass boat off the edge of the earth. This is where flat Earth comes from. We already knew the Earth wasn't flat, but this is where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? When we tell you got to go because you done robbed or raped or did something like that, and we kick you out of our country and we banish you, we thinking that when you leave, You going up the earth. So when we did that to Christopher Columbus, because remember, Christopher Columbus was a murderer, thief, all that before he even set sail on the sea. You know what I'm saying? So when they kicked him off, he came and found some land. A lot of them other white people stayed gone because they thought that if they come back, they're going to go to jail or whatever. Christopher Columbus was one of the people who was like, you know what? Let me take this back to the queen. Maybe I'll get back into her good graces. Hey, queen, I found some shit over here. She's like, what? Some people over here, they use sticks, knives. They don't even care. They love me. We can go over there and take all their shit. She's like, all right, you bring me some shit back, then we'll see. He went over there with some people, took over their shit, brought it back to her. Next thing you know, they everywhere. Now we discovering this. Now we discovering that. Niggas being trading, niggas being Africans, whatever you want to call them, man. We being colored, melanated people. We been around here. So when you talk about Moors, you going to the Moors and stuff like that. We stopping y'all from leaving y'all chicken that y'all just cut the head off of the chicken and left it on the fucking table. We changing that for you, bro. Get a fucking farm. Get a fucking cage. Put your chickens in the cage. Stop letting them run around your fucking house. Stop letting your animals sleep in the same house with you. Pigs, cats, all that nasty shit just in your house. This is why you sick. This is why you dirty. So when you say how we gonna wash our ass when we go to Mars, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Niggas didn't give a fuck about that. That was the last thing that was on their mind. So maybe if you go, if they was allow you to
we
go.
talking about now though. It's now though. We talking about now. So if they was to go up there now, they thinking about it.
Them niggas is still nasty.
Nah, trust me though. They because you gotta think, bro. They gonna bring spaceships. These spaceships have showers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they know about it.
They know how to switch up water. They know how to make things. They good. They smart.
They recycle what they would. That they don't tell you though, but while they in space.
You said what? They won't tell us what?
Oh, I was gonna say what they wasn't telling you. If they was gonna go on Mars, their water was gonna be their pee that they was gonna recycle it and use.
But they do that in the army already, though, right? Don't they already do that?
Yeah, they just
strain it, boil it, strain it, boil it, then reuse it.
So she says people that question about your abilities are on the second dimension. Third dimension is where you're aware. Fourth dimension, yeah, you get it, the walk. Fifth dimension is almost there. I just have to shadow work. Stop paying attention to Freemasons. Look into the Congress. People in the White House blow your goddamn mind. Google about the map. I posted it on my page that it teaches this shit in school. We picked our death. We parents. It's deep as hell. To Bill Gates is doing, to what Bill Gates is doing, hitting up all the farmland. This shit ain't been on the news.
Yeah, Bill Gates owns all that farmland, and he also trying to block out the sun. But like me and bro was just talking about, we know why he's trying to block out the sun. You know what I'm saying? Because again, they trying to leave us, and the sun is fucking them up. But she's definitely right about the farmland, because that means if I own all the farmlands and I'm pushing this this C virus, I could sit there and force you guys to now eat whatever food I got because I own all the land, right? I own all the farmland, right? So now if I put all these goddamn shits inside our chickens and shit like that, y'all don't care about that because y'all don't know that Bill Gates is owning the Tyson chicken. Y'all don't know that Bill Gates is owning the sausage farm. You know what I'm saying? All y'all think is Bill Gates, Microsoft, and all that other stuff. So then when I put all these shits inside the food and y'all eat them, boom, bow, you know what I'm saying? But also I'm helping y'all with the seaweed. I'm also helping y'all with the blocking of the sun. It's like one person controlling all this bullshit. So I know exactly what you're talking about, man. It's definitely getting scary. And we got to check into what's going on. And I really just believe that with all that being said, we got to figure out a way to come up with our own land, people as a people. Fuck all that. What you got on, what you got, where you come from, what hood you from. I feel like as a people, as our own, man, we got to figure out how to fucking get us a fucking area, bro, and grind it out from there, dog, because it's getting scary, bro. It's getting real scary right now, man. And I ain't nothing I can do about it.
I think that's what she's saying on this comment when she says we need to start doing our own farm and we need to get back to the roots where we were growing our own food. they're putting stuff in our food. Bill Gates, pay attention to how he pulled out his money out of his bank and retired. And so that's going to be the last comment of the night, because we're going to go on and end it. We went over time at 7:24. But thank you guys for the discussion.
Jamie,
thank you for the knowledge, Sunrod. Jamie, thank you for joining us. You have a good night.
Have a good night, man.
Peace.